All right, Show Strength, Chapter 4. We're back with Chris Hull, a good friend of mine. He was a 2004 Coach of the Year for Morristown High School. He is currently the defensive coordinator at Phillipsburg High School, and I have a couple questions for him. First, how did you get into training?
Good question. Freshman high school, I just got done with the football season. Football coach came up to me and told me that I could be a very good lineman if I put some more size on, get in the weight room on Monday. Started training, and that was 1981, and kind of been at it ever since. And this is 35, 36 years later, and never really stopped.
Awesome. So hey, that 35 years, what are your best training numbers or competition numbers?
They're all training numbers because I went right from playing, played a year professionally with the Giants, the Bolzano Giants in the Italian League, and right from playing right into coaching, so never really competed. My best numbers probably 395 on the bench, pulled 470, squatted 495, overhead press 260, and those are just throughout over those 35 years. What I'm doing right now.
How about clean? I know you're a big believer in clean.
Cleaned 275, hand cleaned 315. Never really jerked 315 though.
So the biggest question that I wanted to talk to you about is Chris is 50 years old. He's been in the game for 35 years. How did and what do you think people your age should be training? How do you think they should be going about it? Should they be banging the weights 4 days a week? Should they be taking recovery days? Is their mobility something that they should be looking into? Just what are your thoughts? What are your views to keep people training for a long period of time?
35 years is a long time, and I think when you get to be 50, and it's funny, we were talking about this morning, I don't think once you get past 35, 40, in the weight game, if you've been at it that long, I don't think you wear out, I think you kind of rust out. And the difference being is that you stop being mobile and you stop doing the things that you were good at. You might have been a great athlete when you were 18, 19 years old. By the time you're 50, you're not a great athlete anymore just because the wear and tear. So it really becomes instinctive. I think the mobility work has been a big thing for me that has enabled me to at least keep lifting. There's times when I can't lift very heavy. There's times when I can. There's times when I can do some Olympic lifts. There's times when I can't. So everybody, if you've been doing it for 30, 35 years, you're going to have tweaks. You're going to have bang-ups. You're going to have a bad shoulder. You're going to have a bad knee. You're going to have a bad hip. You're going to have a bad back. That's just part of it. And I think if you want to keep doing it, you got to find a way to train around those things. Banging the weights 4 days a week, I think, is great. If your body can handle it, do it. As long as you're doing also a lot of mobility work. I've incorporated a lot of running and sprinting, which I hadn't done for 20 years, just because you begin to feel like the Tin Man a little bit, and you're really stiff all the time. So I felt that stuff's helped me to kind of open up and move around a lot better. I probably move around better now than I have in a long, long time, and I think a lot of that's just from mobility work and trying to stay as loose as I can.
A lot of the time, that's something we believe in strongly here at Made Strength and Conditioning is mobility. Strength will come if the mobility is there, and that's what enables you to be successful long term. Myself, I'm very injury prone in the low back, so I have to make sure that I stay mobile in the hips and the hip flexors, and all that stuff ties in. So if I stay on top of these things, I'll be able to continue to compete for a long period of time. My last question, and it's a kind of a what would you do type of thing. Chris, if you could choose one lift for the rest of your life that you could do, what would it be and why?
It would be 1A and 1B. 1A would be squat. I'm kind of a narrow squatter, and again, I think a couple years of Olympic lifting taught me that. I'm a high bar squatter, but I think that incorporates everything. Keeps you loose up top, keeps your hips loose, keeps you strong, and I think that's an overall body deal. The 1B would be the deadlift, just because I think that's a real kind of, you're challenging yourself every time you do it. The body weight exercises are great. Benching is great. Inclining is great. To me, those would be more accessory deals. I think the more your squat goes up, your bench goes up. A lot of people think that's crazy, and it's not.
It's a full body thing too. People forget that it's just because you're training the squat and your legs, everything's involved. If that tightness isn't through your lower back to your lats to your elbows, then you're going to lose tightness and you're not going to be successful. Coming up, you're going to see a short clip of Chris bent over Roman 315 for 3, was it? Or 2?
315 for 3.
315 for 3.
And you made one point before we shut out here, just real quick. You made a point about your injury prone and your lower back. I think that's another great thing. Once you get past your teens and into your lower 20s, knowing your body is huge, and again, that goes back to being instinctive in your training setup, but knowing where your weaknesses are and kind of working around that and getting that stuff stronger. I blew out my rotator cuff a couple years ago and just worked around it until it started feeling good, so we all have those tweaks. Knowing your body, I think, is huge.
Nice. There's that quick video of Chris. Like I said, Chris been coming around now. He's the defensive coordinator here at Phillipsburg High School, so we have at Made Strength and Conditioning, we have Stroa Strength Saturdays. It's from 8 to around 10. If anybody's in the New Jersey area or anywhere close to Alpha, New Jersey, please stop in. It's a $10 surcharge for those who are showing up out of the blue, and you guys can compete and work against some other like-minded individuals. And me and Chris on the same wavelength when we believe that if you're around those like-minded individuals, that you'll be able to get stronger just by being in that atmosphere. Hope everybody has a good week and enjoyed the interview here with Chris. We'll have him on again hopefully soon. Stay safe and stay strong.
Come on!